Smirks change no minds. They harden the enemy and make us silly in celebration, dropping the guard through which the Electoral College will strike again ruthlessly. There is a thing, a trend, a meme that popped up again, raised its grizzly the other day, that might seem harmless but is not harmless or innocent. Quote, people should not pay attention to what actors or musicians say about politics, end quote. Quote again, they are rich and privileged, end quote, etc., etc., grinding of teeth, men in mullets. Just gently to remind when young ones propose to mom, dad, and teachers that they want to act or sing or play basketball, they are famously told to go to college, have a backup, usually because a very low percentage of adult actors, singers, or basketballers make a living. I have known, maybe most of us know somebody like this, who has had this advice. In fact, most of us are persuaded from pursuing because accountancy offers security. In my acquaintance, even part-timers seem, however, more open, more likely to imagine everybody has a right to an insight and a story to tell and a vote, if they are not bitter. You mean, in fact, really rich people who disagree with you. Taylor Swift is as rich as who? Most of her peers are probably stockbrokers or real estate brokers. She, though, is rich on what she made herself. Lawyers, doctors, and businessmen are much more likely to be wealthy than Swifts. She does stand in small company. I don't think her politics are more or less profound than Musk's, but Taylor antagonists will see no equivalence. Why are rich men who just own stuff more qualified than women who create stuff? Not rhetorical. We still like kings, and as men agree with them politically. That is the Trump threat. Not him, but the love of kings still in our systems, mirrored everywhere in society, particularly in our religions. Are you beholden to them because they have power in our society over you and are paid inordinately? Kings. Kid Rock and Ted Nugent are rich artists. I'd not disagree with them because they are musicians or rich. I'd just disagree. This, on paper, is a free democracy, and this is exactly its promise and glory. If, as Franklin said, we can keep it, but make it part of our nature and therefore keep it. On paper, these rights exist and are enforced to a greater degree than anywhere else, I believe, but hating Taylor Swift and denying the validity of her endorsements or opinions makes the paper meaningless. Are we all, therefore, naturally single fascists, constrained by constitution and laws to behave? Is this the great achievement of the United States? Is freedom, quote, I do what I want to do until the law tells me no? Isn't there a famous stage in babyhood where we imagine everything is an extension of us, ours, and then we grow up? Is this growing always grudging and compromised, or does it promise greater riches really? And LOL, both sides do this, dehumanize the other side. So democracy remains in the books, always in danger of being overwhelmed by nature. We are a nation of laws, yes, with the largest prison population on the planet, therefore. And a friend of mine had a problem with a builder, a large man from Atlanta, who didn't believe a wall he built was leaking. She claimed it was. She said no doubt he was a Trump voter. So there are no affluent Georgian men who vote for Biden? It sounded reassuring. Maybe it is. This is no can't we all just get along call. It is a question, can we not, if we try, move into a rather fierce psychic space of admitting that we demonize other people because it is easy and we are lazy, that democracy is not on paper, that perhaps the American dream, her greatest propaganda, doesn't descend upon the hardest working of people, and they might see a conspiracy there. Candidates lie because we demand they do at worst, or allow them to. Smirking at Donald Trump might give you a vicarious thrill, mes amis, but it changes no minds. Millions of men all over the land will recognize the smirk and vote against it, and you will smirk again. That either candidate can win by as many as 7 million votes and lose is a self-inflicted electoral reality. You must like it, I thinks to myself. It must be life-enhancing to hate.